Alright, so the joke of this week's video was I don't have too many Lindens. Well, that's a Linden, another Linden, another one, which this is my most famous one. I still love this one, and my newest one, this one. Yes, this is a battery operated one, but it has the Westminster, which is normal, but it does play 4/4. But I'm going to do this a little quickly since I don't trust this nail that this is on. Normally this is on a stud, but I'm going to hurry quickly with this. But I will just show every single one in depth, minus this one since I don't feel like taking it off the wall, or that one. That one's pretty cool because that one has a balance wheel on it, so I'll show that one. And this one will always be the normal in depth, but start with this one. I got this from Goodwill for about $8, and it is a quartz movement, but it does have a cool feature of a on-off and a start button, and then a set. The hour it has to be set manually every time, and if it doesn't get it right the first few times, so you have to mess around with it. You can set the hour, adjust accordingly, and the minute, so they will chime on the correct minute. And it has a little test button, so I can test it, which, as it is around 10, it should go off as 10. I really like this because the volume adjustment is really nice, and also it's a very solid built case, even though it has a plastic movement in there, which is quartz research. I notoriously hate quartz movements, even though half of my collection is battery operated movements. I know, like, go check the collection video. I show everything, but yeah, I've been trying to find more mechanicals because these are what piques my interest. Now, let's move on to this. $1050-020. Not really much difference to show, but I will show the second form of Yorkminster that I played on my Ridgeway. You want to see all the chimes, you can go check this one out on there's a full video dedicated to this. Next up, we move on to my 1970s Linden with a joust movement in it. And yeah, I know to never move the hands while it's chiming because it will mess it up, but I've never had any problems with it, and this is mine, so I don't really be bothered by it, so. Next up, we move on to this one. This one's a little boring, but I already did a short about this, an in-depth, and another short. So let's just let it go 12. I know this one's not really the most eye-catching one, rather than this one was, but this one still holds a place to where I don't want to get rid of it, and also since it's technically not really mine. Now we move on to this one. This one's not as interesting, but I've had this one in the collection before any of these. This one's pretty cool. This one is pretty cool because this one uses a little balance wheel in it, and you can just adjust the speed of it real quick, which I'll just pause and I'll just take this out real quick. I normally don't show these movements on here since I don't have many of them, but this one's an exception because this is really awesome. This one is pretty cool. But it has been for the past 2 years. I've had to deal with the issue of it always being behind by like 10 minutes or more. And then, remember, it still chimes the quarters. But one thing I've just forgotten is that it basically has what these harmonies have, is the screw adjustment. So I just turned it like 3 turns with a screwdriver, and now it's keeping its time, which is pretty awesome. There it goes. So now I'll put this back together and I'll put it back on the wall. So, minus that. So this was just for this week's video. And one thing I have noticed is that a lot of people really love this clock. And I mean a lot. So much so that this is the most popular video on my channel. It is. So much so that this little thing alone, me recording this very late on a Thursday, now in May, has gotten 4.4 thousand views, 4.5 hours of watch time, and 16 subs to my channel. And yet, it still is not really gaining much anymore, but this is something that is pretty crazy to me. Thank you, everyone. And I kind of have noticed that sometimes when I do include this in videos, videos do much better. But speaking of videos, I've noticed that the clock that I just recently got from the American Antique Mall, that video did absolutely terribly. The Ridge Race short I did terribly. And the latest video that I released, I don't really remember what that was. I have to go back and check real quick. And the video of the random clock clips, that one just did absolutely terrible. I don't really know what's going on, but I do know that this does happen a lot of the times, where some just like, a lot of the channel just goes up and up, so much so that's at a peak, and then all of a sudden it just goes down so bad. But it's mostly because of the videos I release. I don't really know what to do, but like, I ran out of video ideas. It might be sometimes I might actually just maybe get a Google form and you guys can fill that out what you guys want to request that I can do. But at the same time, not really much is going on for me. But other than that, I want to say thank you for watching this poorly edited video.